Guys, welcome back to another one. And the last one, we created our main menu that's in front of your screen right now, and our retry button now works. So let's just give you guys a little bit of demo. Remember, we don't have background music because this is level one. So, oh, where's the menu at, yo? What the hell? Does the menu not pop up in level one? I discover new things every day. So let's see. Now we're at level two. Ooh. Okay. And this time the menu popped up, but we didn't get the death music. So yeah, let's fix some of these weird quirks. Okay. Before I do that, let's make sure that the menu really doesn't pop up in level one. We're just kind of stuck here. And yeah, no menu pops up. So let's fix that. And I'm gonna go to our level two. And I'm debating if I should spend my brain power on fixing this or if I should just delegate the task to Gemini, which I think might be the better option here, honestly, since we may have people who are not familiar with coding, right? So let's just delegate that task to Gemini. So let's fix up a couple of things um, before moving on. Level one doesn't have a background music. What else does it not have? Number two, a menu pop up when you hit the spike. So a couple of quick fixes shouldn't be too long. So hopefully quick fixes. Let me just try to maybe guess how they're gonna fix it. So how do we get so I don't think we have our audio manager that plays the background music in level one. Yeah, there's no audio manager here. So no audio manager in the hierarchy. Menu pop up when you hit the spike. For the menu pop up, how are we popping up that menu? Um, Let me open up the script that gets called. Is it in the hazard script? Menu. No, not here, probably. Stop music. Okay, maybe in the spike. What is it called? Hazard. Level goal. None of these, right? So where's our spike trap? Spike trap. Does it not have a? Doesn't look like we have a. Okay. So just need to add this death sound to our spike trap. I guess in level one. Level ones, that should be in scenes. That spike trap doesn't have audio control. Oh, it does. It does. Okay, we do hear that sound actually. Sorry guys, I completely deviated off track here. We are trying to troubleshoot or debug the no music, not the spike trap death sound. So got a little confused there. Menu pop up, I'm sorry, menu pop up. No menu pop up in level one. So in level two, what pops up that menu? This guy, right? We got this UI manager. Yeah, so now UI manager in the hierarchy. Hopefully quick fixes, okay. All right, so we just need to turn these items into prefabs. So step one, turn your managers into prefabs. Step two, bring them to level one. And step three is verify the connections. So I will just quickly run through these. So open level two. We're in level two. Now open prefabs folder and drag your audio manager and drag your UI manager. Done. Drag your game manager as well. Since we updated the game manager script recently to include the game over logic, drag your game manager. Game manager is not. Oh yeah, it is. It is a. It is an item. What does this do again? Include the game over logic, score tracking, and UI manager. Okay, okay, okay. Save the scene. So save it. Control S. And now step two, bring them to level one. So let me just go back to scenes, level one, and delete the game manager from here since it's the old outdated setup. No, it's not actually, is it? Dependencies, UI manager. I mean, I guess it is the older one, so I could just delete it. I did delete it, so now drag your audio manager, UI manager, and game manager. So let's do audio manager, UI manager, and game manager. Got managers there. And verify step three, verify the connections. When you move objects between scenes, sometimes their specific inspectors links to reset. Just do a quick check to make sure they're talking to each other. Audio manager has the script, yes. UI manager, script, game over panel has that panel. Cool. And game manager does not have our UI manager, so I'm just gonna drag and drop right there. And ensure your hazards have the updated hazard script attached, so they trigger the new game over script. So hazard should be fine because we already kind of tested it when we hit the spike and it made that sound, right? So it made that dying sound or death sound. Spike trap, yeah, death sound. So it looks like it looks good. Let's try it out. Now we gotta try it from the main menu. So assets, scenes, main menu, and go from here. Start. Cool. Perfect. Okay, if we go far away, it kind of like fades out the sound. That's interesting. You hear it nicely this time, right? But if I walk far away, it's close. See, you cannot hear cannot hear that music anymore. That's interesting. Minor, but still interesting. Um, and one thing I kind of was thinking of doing is making our jump a little bit weaker. The player jumps too high, in my opinion. The jump force, I am thinking about dropping this slightly to maybe 10 and test it out. Instead of doing that here, maybe I want to do it on the prefab layer and jump force. See, here's like 13. I want to do 10 and see. Hopefully it propagated. No, it didn't. For whatever reason, didn't get propagated. But let's try here. 10. I think I like this much better than 12 or 13 or whatever it was. Ooh. Yeah, this feels much smoother. So I'll stick with 10. And let's save it. Go back to prefabs. Layer. Jump force is 10, so did it propagate to level 1? I would think not. Jump force is still 12. So let me ask Gemini why when I update player jump force, it doesn't propagate. On the prefab, doesn't propagate to the players in the levels. Also, if I update it on level 2 player, it doesn't propagate to level 1 player. Let's see, this might be expected behavior, but it would be nice if it just worked, you know? So let's just grab a screenshot so it knows exactly what I'm talking about. Hmm. Your player in level 1 is not actually a prefab. Really? What? It is a prefab. What are you talking about? Your player object has a gray cube icon. Player object has a gray cube icon. I don't know what it's talking about. Let me look at this screenshot I gave it. It's not gray cube. What is it talking about? It's blue. It's the dumbest thing ever. Furthermore, at the top of your inspector, right under the tag and layer options, hopefully you guys can still see, right? I think it was set to this zoom. Anyway, I'll zoom in a little bit more for now. Although it is annoying for me, but if you look at the hierarchy, I'll have a little blue cube. The blue icon means it's actively linked to a prefab, but the player has a gray cube icon, which is not true. Furthermore, at the top of the inspector, you're missing the prefab menu row entirely. What are you talking about, bro? Prefab? No, it's not. Ugh, it's so dumb. Was it selected? Because if it is selected, then it becomes difficult to know that it's blue there. But Based on what I could see in this screenshot, see, it is blue, so Gemini is just being really dumb. Let me just, before I read further into it, let me just take another screenshot there. Um, so that it knows it's a prefab because it's giving me, you must be hallucinating here, buddy. Look again, it has always been a prefab. Caught me completely red-handed. Absolutely hallucinated that. Undeniably a blue prefab icon. And the prefab controls are sitting right there at the top of the inspector. I apologize for the wild goose chase. Well, apology accepted, but you can really confuse people. Ignoring your updates comes down to a sneaky Unity feature called prefab overrides. Honestly, running into the override shield is a rite of passage. Leaving this debugging detour in your raw, unedited dev logs. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't really cut or paste any much of these videos anyway, so definitely you're gonna see exactly what we cook up as we do it. When you change a value on the prefab inside a scene, Unity assumes you want that specific player instance to be unique. So yeah, local override gets created. So the problem here is every time I modify something in this level for that player, Unity does not update the object in the hierarchy with updates made to the prefab because it thinks that I want this specific instance of the prefab to be unique. So um where is the script for this player controller? There we go. Jump force, ground checkpoint, ground check size. Okay, okay. What else do I have here that's different than the script there? Ground, there's ground. Let me go back to the prefab and see what these are set to over there. Right, so ground check, ground layer. Everything here seems okay. So what if I just reset it? Oh no. Let's just go back to the game. Yeah. Hey, player. Let's see what happens if I reset this. Not the script, right? I want the. How can I reset it to the prefab? The fix, okay. Reverting the override. To get your level 1 player to start listening to the master prefab again, you just need to clear that local override. So let's just follow these steps real quick. So select the player, click the overrides drop down. Overrides drop down. Okay, okay, I see. And window will pop up listing every property that differs from the master profile. So it looks like just that script there. And what did we override here? Anyway, find the jump force in that list and click revert. Nothing's really different here, so I'll just revert all. And hopefully we didn't mess anything up. Pretty good to me. So annoying to walk away from that trophy with how the music changes. But anyway, I'll do the same for level 2 as well. So just save this and go to scenes, level 2, player, and I'll remove all the audio source. What did we change here for the audio source? Added audio source. What is this even doing? What is this audio source doing? Audio source, player, jump sounds. Yeah, does the actual master prefab not have these? Audio source. Ah, yeah. We gotta add the audios to the master. So let me just make sure. I mean, there's like a tester in me that wants to go back to the level and see if there's no jump sounds here, which I assume is the case. Yeah, no sounds. I didn't even notice it, but yeah, there's no sounds here if you jump. Cool. So one quick question would be, how can I propagate changes made to a local instance of the player to the master prefab? And I guess if I had to guess, it would be instead of revert button, it would be the apply button. But select the modified player, open the overrides menu, review the changes and push the change, apply all. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. So select the player on level 2. Let's open it up. Player. Now this one has the audio, so we'll go back to the top, overrides, and I'll do apply all. So this hopefully updated our prefab player. Yes, it did, so looks great. Now our level 1 should have sounds while jumping, so should be all set. Some basic maintenance so far in this episode. All right, so where did we? Is there a pending item now? We have our main menu created. We fixed our retry button in the last episode. And if you like to drop, oh yeah, cool. So all good and all done. Where should we take this project next? And by the way, the main menu looks super ugly. So I'm wondering if we should tackle that now or later. Okay. Tackling the visual polish right now is actually a fantastic idea. Taking a detour to make the main menu look professional gives the project a match the visual facelift. Because like that's where you land. You open the app, that's the first thing you see. So if that looks ugly as it does right now, you know, Nobody's gonna want to play it, so like who's gonna see this and be like, yes, let's click on start game. Everybody's gonna click on quit. So taking a detour to make the main menu. Okay, so let's add a stylized background. Instead of the default camera background, we can drop in a full screen image behind. Okay, scenic landscape or whatever. Cool, cool. So let me find something for the background. Actually, instead of finding a background, why don't you generate a cool uh, fitting background for this game? Um, maybe high resolution. So it gave me this one, but I just did not care for it, honestly. So try another. Literally gave me the same thing. So you know what? I'll try to find a good background for this, and I'll show you what I find. Okay, guys. So I spent more time than I wanted to on a few prompts, but now I should have some background, and yeah, I'll just drop it in Unity. Okay, so it's all set. It's this one right here, and I just put it in the background folder, and hopefully, again, this is having the same tiny resolution problem. But if you want to take a quick look at the image, this is what it looks like. And wait, where did I drop it at? Not level one. This is the wrong place. Let me. Where's the BG? So this is what I dropped. I'm gonna delete. And I'll go back to our main menu scene actually and not save because I don't know what exactly we changed there accidentally. But back at main menu, this is where we want it to be. So hopefully, was there an image? 2D object, sprites maybe, square, visual effects, 3D objects, light, audio, video. Is there an object for image or do I just drag and drop it? Not sure. So for the, okay, I have found the image, background image. Um, should I just go ahead and drag and drop the PNG directly on the scene view, or is there a specific way to do this? Right there, do not do not drag and drop it directly into the scene view. Creates a sprite render in the actual 2D game world. While that is perfect for a moving platform, it is terrible for a main menu. It won't scale automatically when someone plays your game. Okay, in that case, you shouldn't have given me this instruction without breaking it down. Okay, anyway. Needs to be an official UI element that lives inside your canvas. Dragging it straight into the scene view is a very common trap, and honestly, the kind of mistake that makes for a relatable moment. He's talking about devlogs. Okay, before. I need you to stop again talking about devlogs in this thread. Okay, so let's just follow these steps. Convert the image to a UI sprite, create the UI image and scale it and sort it. So cool. Let's just do that. Drag the PNG to your art folder. We've already done that in the background right there. And then click on the imported image in your project window. Project window. In the inspector, look at the very top for texture type. Texture type. Change it from default to sprite, 2D, and UI. It's already set to sprite, 2D, and UI, so no changes there. Scroll down at the bottom and click apply. Well, nothing to apply, so step 2 is create the UI image in your hierarchy. Click on your canvas, right click, select UI and image. Okay, rename this to background image. And with the background image selected, look at the inspector and find the image component. Image component is source image, nothing. So drag your sprite to here. All done. And hold down. Okay, so step 3, scale it and sort it. In the inspector for your background image, click the rect transform box. The square target icon at the top left, select rect transform. Okay. Hold down Alt. So I'm holding down Alt key right now, okay? So this is non-Alt, this is Alt. And click the bottom right option, the one with blue arrows stretching in all 4 directions. Okay, so this guy. Nice, nice. This forces the image to perfectly fill your entire canvas, no matter the screen size, so this is great. Finally, look at your hierarchy. Remember the inside the canvas rule we discussed earlier. Because background image was created last, it is at the bottom of the list, meaning it is rendering on top of our tiles and title and buttons, so hiding them. Drag it to the very top. So drag under here. Now we got our buttons. And this pushes the background to the back of the rendering order. So we can now see our titles and buttons. Looks great. Custom fonts and styling should be next. The default, okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Default TextMeshPro font is clean but very generic. We can import a custom pixel art font that perfectly matches your 8-bit aesthetic. Maybe. Instead of doing that, let's see if we can find some cool fonts. And the other thing I could probably do is set the opacity, change the opacity here. Button, color. What if I change this to, I don't know, 140? Or maybe even, should I change the color? What would be a good color for these buttons, right? So let's keep it to 55 and mess around with the color a little bit until something. This one looks pretty good, honestly, right? No, not that, but this one looks pretty good. I like it. I'll just go with this one. And then the text color, I think, we should change it to probably um, white, maybe, or even transparent. Text color, color, vertex color. I don't know what that is. Text color. That's it. No, this is set to white, so this is probably not it. Outline. Color. Color. Let's just mess around with these. Oh, what? Why is Gemio changing? I'm selecting this. Start game. Is that a text color? What is even happening here? I don't understand why Gemio is changing colors while I'm selecting the text here for the start button. So that's super weird. Let's try this one. No. Also showing white. I mean, we know that the color is not white there, so that is really strange. Yeah, how do I change the color of this text here? I'll just ask Gemini. How do I change the color of the button texts? Uh, so click the small arrow, select the child object named text in the inspector, go to the text UI component. So let's do that. Text UI component right there. Oh, vertex color. Is this it? Oh my God, did I just miss that really? I am ashamed. I'll just undo. Select both at the same time and then do them together. Vertex color. Uh, White maybe. Maybe. Decrease the opacity so we can see the background. 140. Nah, that does not look good. I'll just keep it like this. And what else? I'll probably change the opacity here. 140. Right. 140. 150. Yeah, I like 150. And finally, maybe mess with this a little bit more. Can I change the font? But title text, text style, font asset. I don't know. Doesn't look like we have great options there. Any outline? Yeah, it looks like we can do an outline. Color should be, I don't know. Thickness, so let's increase the thickness a little bit. Gemio. Woohoo! I think it looks pretty good. And let's save it. Cool. Now we have a really nice looking main menu. Although if you hover over it, it looks kind of ugly, but maybe we can fix that also. Start button, what I have is highlighted color, right? It's a highlighted color. Highlighted text color. Is there a highlighted color here? No, it doesn't look like it. What I'm gonna do here is highlighted color should be something else, maybe. How about I just decrease the opacity here? That should probably look okay. 130. And let's test it out. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I like it. Maybe decrease it a little bit more actually. 130, set it to 100. Okay, yeah, I like it. So the final touch we're missing here is our audio manager. Prefabs. So this should be pretty easy. Prefabs, audio manager, drag and drop, background, and let's see. We need a different track for the main menu. See if I can find something real quick. I found one that was part of the same package as the other background music I have, so this is the one I'll go with, and I'll just drag and drop it and go from there. So select the audio manager and drop it here and play. Cool. You have a beautiful menu, and I'll see you in the next episode.